Hello, can't believe how lucky we are. These continuing beautiful sunny days. Makes up for getting wet yesterday, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Anyway, welcome to this week's video.
Hello to you.
So, we've still got lots of Birmingham to show you.
Yay! Love it, love it, love it. Lighthouses.
Yep, so it's a trip into Birmingham.
Lighthouses.
A trip back out of Birmingham.
Lighthouse glass.
Around the loops.
The loops. Yes. Soho, Icknield, Port Loop, Ouzels Loop.
Yep.
Yep.
And then
Lighthouses.
we're revisiting the section of canal down towards Horn Basin because we have learnt some more of the history of the area and the history of the steelworks down there.
A king escape route.
Yeah. So keep tuned, see what you think, put any comments below. We'll respond to them when we can, and we'll see you at the end.
You know what to do? Push the button, ring the bell. It's free to you and me. I should say me and all. I mean you and all, shouldn't I? Hey ho. Yeah, you know.
This is Bromford Junction, where if you take the left-hand canal, you've got 3 locks and you stay on the Wolverhampton level. We're taking the right-hand canal, which takes us onto the new main line and down into the city centre. The other one goes on to the city centre as well. So we will do that at some stage, so we cover the whole of the Birmingham network. But we're going to go down this one with no locks for today. And that is the M5 motorway, I think, in front of us, yet again. Just in front of us is the aqueduct we went over a couple of weeks ago or so when we were going up towards Tipford Pools. Going above us is the M5. Lots of disused old warehouse buildings by the Stewart Aqueduct, which is the aqueduct we've just come under. Tunnel. It's a very high Galton Bridge just before the tunnel. It's only quite a short tunnel, this one. It's only 122 yards.
About that.
So that's about 80 metres. See all the way through it. So there is a sign this end saying give way to oncoming traffic, but I don't believe there is any. We should be able to see as we get round the corner a bit more. Just in case there is anyone on the other side. No one coming, nice and clear. Makes it easy. Looks like it's actually built on a slant, and this end looks higher than the other end. I don't know if that's an optical illusion.
Anything's possible.
It definitely looks like it's on a slant.
But it's in comparison, it's on parallel with that other one on the other Wolverhampton level. Summit tunnel or something like that.
Looks like we won't get wet on this one either. This is quite a modern tunnel with a concrete sleeve.
That's everybody.
A lot of the tunnels are older tunnels built with brick. And you get the water ingress through the bricks. I think the wettest one would be there is Cosley, isn't it? You're quite wet into the Cosley tunnel.
I think the only downside
branch on the front of the boat, so Paul's just making his way down the gunnel with the pole to get rid of it. Success, he's managed to move it. I'll try not to jolt the boat so I don't make him fall in.
I'm going to turn around and get a picture of the obstruction.
There's the offending branch. That is the chimney we thought it was, Galton Valley Canal Museum, which doesn't appear to be open anymore. It's at the top of the Smethwick Locks, and we went past it, like I say, when we were on the higher section of the canal a couple of weeks ago now. This is the engine arm bridge we're just coming up to now, which is another aqueduct. We walked over it a couple of weeks ago when we walked down the engine arm. So we're doing lots of overs and unders at the moment on the canal network in Birmingham. There's lots of branches and extensions. That just shows how extensive the canal network here is. But it's nice to see. There's lots of water coming down into the canal. Although the levels do look a bit low, it is being kept topped up in this warm weather. There's 9% of the network closed at the moment because of low water levels, so we are having to rethink our plans for the next couple of weeks. But we're going to leave it to the end of the week, beginning of next week, see what notices come out and see what's happening before we decide whether we're going to go back towards Shardlow on the bit of the Trent and Mersey that is actually open at the moment, or if we're not going to risk that, go to Great Hayward, pick up the Shroppy, start heading back up towards Cheshire. Some very narrow cuttings here to go down next to the islands in the middle of the canals. Bit of a different perspective on it here out of our dock hatch. This is Smethwick Junction and the other end of the old main line, which is where we came out last time we came into the city centre.
Do that sky before I get much further from the look of it.
The ornate metal bridges all along these sections of canal are all made locally in Tipton. Morning. We've had a lovely few days exploring Birmingham city centre, and we're just leaving it. There's 3 loops that go off of the main line around the city centre, so we're just going to do them on the way out. This first one's right in the city centre and it's got some permanent moorings on.
Ozels. Good morning, how are you? And Ozels is the name of the loop.
Right, okay. Ozels.
Ozels. This is the original part of the canal before it got redeveloped, and that particular line got added in with the developments and the outcoming. It's not outcoming, is it? It's the developments of like upgrades. That's the words. Upgrades. Because it was too busy. This bit got too busy, so they had to upgrade it and straighten it out. It shortened the canal a bit, but it saved a whole pile of time.
This is Sherborne Wharf, which has got all the moorings in the city centre, as well as the moorings around the corner at Gas Street Basin. So just in front of us, that small red boat is the water bus that goes up and down the canal. There's water bus stops up and down the canal. There's the water bus, and then after that, just under this footbridge, is one of the pleasure boats that does trips around the circuit as well. first loop done, Ouzel's Loop.
Ouzel's Loop. Hope you enjoyed it.
On to the next one.
Yeah.
This is one of the traditional boats that does trips along this section of canal.
Right.
Quite a short distance from the first loop is the second loop. This is Icknield Loop. That was probably an old toll building originally, just burnt out there. And then there's new builds on our starboard side here. This particular loop is now known as Port Loop as well, as you can see from the building ahead. And the boat, I'm not sure how they got a wide beam here because the locks aren't big enough for wide beams. Must have brought it in on lorry. Quite a collection of workboats moored down this loop as well. Development on the other side of Ickfield Loop. Obviously going to be quite vibrant once it's all finished. Nice canal side homes, mooring rings all the way along here as well. So we're at the end of Ickfield Loop. We're going straight across the main line now and down the Soho Loop. So the Soho Loop's a bit longer, that's 1.5 miles long, and it's got a branch goes off it called the Soho branch, which also goes down to Hockley Marina. Oh yeah, there's a cormorant right on the chimney there, but I doubt you're going to see it. Western Road Bridge, and then the junction down to Hockley Port is just down on our starboard side. Some private moorings down there and a chandlery, which are open 9 till 12 Monday to Friday. Soho branch down to Hockley Port. Here we are at the end of the Soho Junction, coming back out onto the main line. Luckily there's no boats coming. Islands in the middle of the canal just down here, so I'm going to jump off and go for a run and leave Paul taking the boat further up towards the Black Country Museum. enjoyed that?
I certainly did, and hope you do too.
Always interesting to find out the history of the areas and what redevelopments might be happening and heritage sites.
Lighthouses, you know now. It was the light bulbs.
So next week,
Curly Whirly,
more chocolate,
chocolate. You'll have to watch for that one.
one more silver propeller challenge. Yeah, one more silver propeller challenge.
Yes, definitely one.
And some absolutely stunning scenery in a beautiful mooring spot.
Deers,
Yes.
Curly Whirlies and deers. And no, we're not talking Christmas.
And we visited Brown Hills, although we weren't there for the festival.
Don't forget the repair.
Yeah, had to get a repair done. So you'll see more about that next week.
I think so, but I think the quietness means I've got to do something. Push the button, ring the bell. It's free to us and you.
Have a good week. See you next week.
See you later.